What if I told you that 10 backyard plants eliminate 80% of grocery store vegetable purchases permanently? That Amish families grow complete nutrition in small spaces, saving $2,000 to $4,000 annually? Today, I'll show you which plants provide maximum food with minimal space and effort. Tomatoes. One tomato plant produces 10 to 30 pounds of fruit per season, depending on variety and care. 10 plants provide 100 to 300 pounds annually, replacing all purchased tomatoes completely. Indeterminate varieties produce continuously until frost, providing months of fresh eating. Determinate varieties ripen simultaneously, perfect for canning and preserving in bulk. Preserve through canning sauce, salsa, whole tomatoes, and juice storing 12 plus months. Dehydrate tomatoes, creating concentrated flavor for winter cooking. Freeze chopped tomatoes in portions for quick meals. Result eliminates $200 to $400 annual tomato purchases, including fresh, canned sauce and salsa, providing superior flavor and nutrition. Potatoes. 10-pound seed potatoes planted produce 100 to 200 pounds harvest in 100 square feet. Stores 4 to 8 months in cool, dark conditions, providing winter staple food. Provides more calories per square foot than nearly any other crop grown. Plant March through May, harvest July through October depending on variety. Early varieties mature 70 to 90 days, while storage varieties need 90 to 120 days. Leave in ground under heavy mulch harvesting. As needed, extending fresh eating. One good potato harvest feeds family of 4 all winter. Result replaces $150 to $300 annual potato purchases while providing superior fresh taste and storage capability. Pole beans. Pole beans produce 3 times more than bush beans in same ground space through vertical growing. Single 10-foot row produces 20 to 30 pounds beans over 8 to 10 week harvest. Plant succession crops every 3 weeks from May through July, ensuring continuous supply. Harvest fresh for immediate eating throughout summer months. Blanch and freeze for winter vegetable needs storing 8 to 12 months. Dry mature beans on vine for winter protein and soup beans. Fixes nitrogen in soil, improving fertility for following crops. Result eliminates $100 to $200 annual bean purchases, both fresh and frozen, providing protein-rich, homegrown food. Winter squash. Single winter squash plant produces 5 to 15 pounds fruit depending on variety chosen. Butternut, acorn, spaghetti, and Hubbard varieties store 3 to 6 months without refrigeration. Harvest before frost, when skin hardens, resisting thumbnail puncture. Cure 2 weeks in warm, dry location before storage, extending shelf life. Store in cool, dry basement, garage, or root cellar, maintaining quality. Provides carbohydrates, vitamins, and fiber throughout winter months when fresh produce scarce. Plant spacing 4 by 8 feet allows 6 plants in 200 square feet. Result replaces $80 to $150 annual squash purchases, providing nutritious winter vegetable requiring 0 refrigeration. Kale single kale plant produces continuously for 6 to 10 months from one planting. Survives winter temperatures to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit, providing fresh greens. Harvest outer leaves, leaving center to continue producing indefinitely. Plant spring for summer harvest, late summer for fall and winter production. Frost improves flavor, converting starches to sugars, making winter kale sweetest. 10 plants provide daily greens for family of 4 throughout growing season. High in vitamins A, C, K, plus calcium and iron. Result eliminates $150 to $250 annual greens purchases, including kale, collards, and cooking greens, providing superior nutrition and year-round availability. Zucchini and summer squash. Zucchini reputation for overwhelming production proves absolutely true with proper care. Single healthy plant produces 10 to 20 pounds fruit over 6 to 8 week period. Four plants provide more than family can eat fresh, requiring preservation methods. Harvest when 6 to 8 inches long for best flavor and texture. Larger fruits become seedy and watery, losing quality rapidly. Preservation methods extend zucchini use throughout winter months effectively. Grate and freeze in 2-cup portions for baking bread and muffins. Slice and dehydrate, making chips for snacking, storing 6 to 12 months. Pressure can as chunks for winter soups and stews. Make relish, pickles, or bread and butter style preserves. Spiralize and freeze, creating noodle substitute for pasta dishes. Multiple summer squash varieties provide diversity, including yellow crookneck, patty pan, and straight neck. Plant 2 plants each variety, spacing 3 feet apart in hills. Succession plant every 3 weeks, replacing plants succumbing to squash vine borers. Companion planting with nasturtiums and radishes reduces pest pressure naturally. Mulch heavily around plants, conserving moisture and suppressing weeds. Hand pollinate flowers if necessary, ensuring fruit set during poor weather. Common mistakes include planting too many plants, creating overwhelming harvest. 4 to 6 plants total proves sufficient for family of 4. Harvest daily during peak production, preventing oversized fruit development. Oversized zucchini signal plant to stop producing new fruit. Grocery store comparison shows zucchini costing $1.50 to $3 per pound fresh. Summer squash, similar pricing, year-round availability. Home production from 4 plants yields 40 to 80 pounds worth $60 to $240 value. Seed packet costs $3, producing unlimited plants through succession. Result eliminates $100 to $200 annual summer squash purchases. Provides fresh summer eating plus preserved options all winter. Superior flavor and texture compared to store-bought shipped varieties. 0 pesticides, ensuring clean food for family consumption. Lettuce and salad greens. Lettuce succession planting every 2 weeks from April through September provides continuous fresh salads. 10-foot row planted every 2 weeks yields daily salads for family of 4. Cut and come again varieties harvest outer leaves while center continues producing. Single planting produces 3 to 5 cuttings over 4 to 6 weeks, extending harvest. Variety selection includes leaf lettuce maturing fastest at 45 days. Romaine lettuce takes 60 to 70 days, producing crisp hearts. Butterhead types including Bib mature in 55 to 65 days. Mix varieties creating diverse flavors and textures in salads. Heat-tolerant varieties extend summer production into hot months. Jericho, Nevada, and Muir varieties resist bolting and heat. Provide afternoon shade using taller crops or shade cloth. Use consistent moisture prevents bitterness from heat stress. Fall and winter production uses cold frames or row covers, extending season. Winter density, Arctic King, and North Pole varieties tolerate freezing. Plant late August for fall harvest, continuing through winter. Overwintered plantings resume growth early spring, providing earliest fresh greens. Meslin mixes combine multiple species, creating gourmet salad blends. Include lettuce, arugula, mustard, and Asian greens in custom mix. Broadcast seed densely harvesting baby greens at 3 to 4 inches. Reseeds readily creating self-perpetuating salad bed with minimal maintenance. Grocery store comparison shows organic mixed greens costing $5 to $8 per pound. Conventional lettuce ranges $2 to $4 per pound. Year-round. Home production costs $10 to $15 seeds, annually producing 50 to 100 pounds. Value totals $100 to $400 depending on organic preference. Nutritional superiority shows homegrown lettuce picked minutes before eating. Maximum vitamin content degrades rapidly after harvest, losing 50% within 24 hours. Store-bought lettuce travels days or weeks before consumption. Fresh picked flavor incomparably superior to shipped lettuce. Result eliminates $150 to $300 annual lettuce purchases, providing fresh salads daily. Succession planting ensures never running out during growing season. Winter production possible with minimal season extension, creating year-round supply. Cucumbers. Cucumber plants produce prolifically with 10 to 20 cucumbers per plant over season. Vertical growing on trellis saves space, producing cleaner, straighter fruit. 4 plants provide fresh eating plus excess for pickling preservation. Variety selection separates slicing from pickling types for intended use. Slicing cucumbers, including Marketmore, Diva, and Straight 8, grow 8 to 10 inches. Pickling varieties, including Boston pickling and National pickling, stay smaller at 3 to 5 inches. Specialty types, including lemon cucumber and Armenian cucumber, provide diversity. Succession planting every 3 weeks from May through July extends fresh harvest. First planting produces July through August. Second planting replaces plants declining from cucumber beetles. Third planting provides September harvest, escaping peak pest pressure. Pickle preservation uses excess cucumbers, creating years' supply of pickles. Dill pickles, bread and butter, and refrigerator pickles all preserve summer abundance. Fermented pickles provide probiotics and superior flavor development. Water bath canning stores pickles 12 to 18 months safely. Trellising methods include cattle panels, string, or wooden structures supporting vines. Vertical growing increases yield per square foot by 200 to 300%. Improves air circulation, reducing fungal disease significantly. Easier harvesting without bending prevents missing hidden cucumbers. Pest management focuses on cucumber beetles, spreading bacterial wilt disease. Row covers until flowering exclude beetles during vulnerable period. Remove covers when flowering begins, allowing pollination. In hand-pick beetles daily, reducing population and disease transmission. Grocery store comparison shows cucumbers costing $1 to $2 each year round. Pickles range $4 to $8 per jar for quality brands. Home production from 4 plants yields 40 to 80 cucumbers, worth $40 to $160 fresh. Pickle production adds $50 to $100 value from preserved jars. Result eliminates $100 to $200 annual cucumber and pickle purchases. Provides fresh summer eating plus year's supply of homemade pickles. Control over ingredients eliminates preservatives and artificial colors. Superior crunch and flavor compared to commercial pickles. Onions and garlic. Onion and garlic provide foundation flavors for nearly all home cooking. Growing own eliminates frequent small purchases, adding up significantly. Both crops store 6 to 8 months properly cured, providing year-round supply. Onion growing from seed starts indoors 10 to 12 weeks before planting. Transplant spacing 4 to 6 inches apart in rows allows proper bulbing. Day-length varieties must match latitude with long day for northern and short day for southern gardens. Storage varieties, including Copra and Patterson, cure and store best for winter. Garlic planting occurs October through November for June harvest, following year. Separate cloves from bulbs planting pointed end up 2 inches deep. Spacing 6 inches apart in rows 12 inches apart accommodates mature size. Hardneck varieties produce scapes in spring, providing bonus edible harvest. Curing process critical for long storage begins after harvest when tops fall over. Pull bulbs, gently avoiding bruising, which causes rot. Dry in warm, airy location 2 to 4 weeks until skin's papery. Trim roots and tops, storing in mesh bags or braids. Storage conditions maintain 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit with low humidity. Basement, pantry, or garage storage works well, avoiding refrigeration. Check monthly, removing any sprouting or rotting bulbs immediately. Properly cured onions and garlic last 6 to 8 months easily. Production quantities show 100 onions from 25 feet row spacing, 50 garlic bulbs from 20 feet row at 6-inch spacing. Sufficient supply for family of 4 year-round cooking needs. A grocery store comparison shows onions costing $1 to $2 per pound year-round. Garlic ranges $4 to $8 per pound, with organic even higher. Home production costs $15 to $25 for seeds and seed garlic. Total harvest value reaches $150 to $250 annually. Result eliminates $100 to $200 annual onion and garlic purchases. Provides year-round cooking essentials from summer harvest. Superior flavor compared to store-bought stored months before sale. Herbs. Culinary herbs replace expensive small packages purchased repeatedly throughout year. Perennial herbs plant once producing decades without replanting annually. Annual herbs reseed readily, creating self-perpetuating herb garden with minimal maintenance. Perennial herbs include thyme, oregano, sage, and chives, surviving winter temperatures. Plant in dedicated bed or along garden edges as permanent fixtures. Harvest throughout growing season, cutting stems before flowering for best flavor. Dry excess for winter use, maintaining flavor 6 to 12 months. Annual herbs require replanting yearly but provide abundant production. Basil grows prolifically through summer, producing pounds of leaves. Cilantro bolts quickly in heat, requiring succession planting every 3 weeks. Parsley biennial produces first year, then flowers second year. Yet dill reseeds readily, creating volunteer plants annually without planting. Drying herbs preserves summer abundance for winter cooking needs. Harvest in morning after dew dries but before sun intensifies. Bundle stems hanging upside down in dark, airy location. Or use dehydrator at 95 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Store in airtight jars away from light, maintaining flavor. Freezing methods preserve delicate herbs, losing flavor when dried. Basil, cilantro, and parsley freeze well in various forms. Chop and freeze in ice cube trays with water or oil. Puree with oil, creating paste, freezing in small portions. Whole leaves freeze on tray, then store in bags. Grocery store comparison shows fresh herbs costing $2 to $4 per small bunch. Dried herbs range $4 to $8 per small jar. Home production costs $10 to $15 seeds, annually producing abundant supply. I value totals $200 to $400, replacing purchased herbs completely. Result eliminates $150 to $300 annual herb purchases, both fresh and dried. Provides superior flavor from fresh-picked herbs minutes before cooking. No preservatives or irradiation, ensuring pure, clean flavoring. Year-round supply from preserved summer harvest. 10 backyard plants eliminate 80% of grocery store vegetable purchases, saving $2,000 to $4,000 annually for average family. Tomatoes provide fresh summer eating, plus preserved sauce and salsa year-round. Potatoes deliver calorie-dense staple, storing 6 to 8 months in cool conditions. Pole beans produce continuous harvest, plus dried beans for winter protein. Winter squash stores months without refrigeration, providing nutritious winter vegetable. V-kale produces year-round, even through winter, providing continuous fresh greens. Zucchini overwhelming production requires preservation methods utilizing abundant harvest. Lettuce succession planting ensures daily fresh salads throughout growing season. Cucumbers provide fresh eating plus year's supply of homemade pickles. Onions and garlic foundation flavors store 6 to 8 months from summer harvest. Herbs, both perennial and annual, replace expensive store-bought packages. Start with 3 to 5 easiest crops, building confidence and skills. Expand garden annually, adding more crops as space and experience grow. Grocery savings fund, garden expansion and improvements over years. Superior nutrition and flavor compared to shipped store-bought produce. Food security and self-sufficiency increase with each successful harvest. Begin planting garden today for next growing season, ensuring family food independence.